Hey everyone, Fasu here with some speculation on the release dates of Final Fantasy XVI and Final Fantasy Remake Part 2. So, on October 2nd, Final Fantasy XVI producer Naoki Yoshida and the father of Final Fantasy, Hironobu Sakaguchi, appeared together on a TGS 2021 talk show and discussed several projects, including Fantasian, FF14, and FF16 with a development update. Well, sort of. Naoki Yoshida explained that the main scenario is done, which we already know, and that they're working on making the final pieces of the side content. The characters' models have been finished and they only need some minor tweaks here and there. Naoki Yoshida also mentioned that FF16 has a system similar to the skill tree used in Fantasian, which is Mistwalker's iOS game. Sakaguchi also joked that he'd like to design some of the character costumes for FF16 or FF14. So maybe there is some sort of a Square Enix and Mistwalker collaboration in the works. Now, taking into perspective the following release dates of the upcoming Final Fantasy titles, I'm assuming that FF16 will be releasing sometime in the second quarter of 2022. Hell, maybe even on June 16th as it was teased in the recent PS5 showcase. Who knows?
So, Cloud, you were a soldier first class, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
Really? What's weird about it?
Nothing, just that you were the same rank.
Any news of FF7 Remake 2, which I believe will be named very differently, will most likely follow afterwards. What's even more surprising is that if you happen to go to the official Square Enix website, you wouldn't even find any mention of Final Fantasy Remake Part 2. I'm assuming that in order to drive sales, Square Enix will not be disclosing anything about Remake 2 until FF16 is released. I hope, and I really hope, that we do get a demo of sorts with FF16. Now, that would be amazing. It could really drive the sales for Final Fantasy 16. Now, the last time we heard any news about Remake Part 2 was back in December 2020, when producer Yoshinori Kitase told Famitsu that development of FF7 Remake Part 2 is progressing smoothly, and in typical Square Enix fashion said, "Fans, please wait a bit longer for more details." So maybe Square Enix has realized that they need to disclose information about their projects when they are near completion. You know, maybe 80% or so complete. Just in the case of Final Fantasy 16.
お知らせしたいんだけど、
はい、
いいじゃないですか。出たら遊べるんで。
なるほどね。
あんまりこう長く情報ちょっとずつ出して引っ張り続けるの、やっぱ僕自身が飽きちゃうんで、まあね、それはもうチームにもすごい話をしていて、ディレクターやってる高井さんとも握って、はい、もうとにかくもう遊べる、早く遊びて、早く出せよ、分かった。出せよっていう風にしていきたいから。
FF7 Integrate was released in June 2021. The mobile battle royale, The First Soldier, is due out sometime the end of 2021, and the mobile retelling of the entire FF7 saga, called Ever Crisis, will be released in monthly chapters throughout 2022. It would make sense for the next main remake entry to be released after all of that. So we're probably looking at a late 2022 or early 23 release date for Final Fantasy Remake Part 2.
Isn't that what you want?
So what are your thoughts? What do you think will be when FF16 and the next FF7 remake will be released? Let me know in the comments below.